Welcome to the MetaOne Coin Report, exploring the world of private digital currency through the eyes of human rights and empowerment of humanity. Here's the host of the MetaOne Coin Report, Leanne Carroll.
The desire for freedom in the hearts of all of mankind is divinely inspired. This is a quote by Margaret Thatcher. Will humanity ever be free? What does that mean? What does it look like? And what will it take? This is Leanne bringing you the MetaOne Coin Report. The following words are from the Magna Carta, written in 1215. It is a first-of-its-kind document as a peace treaty between King John and what historians today call the rebels. No free man shall be seized or imprisoned, or stripped of his rights or possessions, or outlawed, or exiled, or deprived of his standing in any way. Nor will we proceed with force against him or send others to do so, except by the lawful judgment of his equals or by the law of the land. These were revolutionary words of the time. Imagine what the treatment of everyday humanity was like. We take these things for granted today as they are built into our code of living. But even today, there are executive orders and clauses that allow the government or representatives of to break the laws of the land when certain events are declared, like a war, a disaster, or a national emergency. It was no different in days of old. King John couldn't keep a promise that would inconvenience him in any way, so it took all of 3 months for him to renege on the deal. He went to the Pope to get it annulled. The Pope considered the Magna Carta illegal, unjust, harmful to royal rights, and shameful to the English people. The charter was declared null and void of all validity forever. It's noted that a second version of the Magna Carta was issued 10 years later by the son of King John, King Henry III, which was brought forth only in return for a tax payment from the entire kingdom. I read just one of 63 clauses of the agreement that was originated to instill, protect, and uphold basic human rights. As a side note, most of the clauses related to high taxes and abuses of the justice system. Some of the clauses were kind of interesting to me, like the king could not sell or deny justice to anyone. The royal forest were to be reduced in size. An heir could not be made to marry someone of a lower social class. And this is my personal favorite. No one could be arrested on the accusation of a woman. Today we see remnant influences from these times in the American Bill of Rights, and more recently in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights document. It was written just after the Second World War in 1948. The subject of the Magna Carta was brought to my attention as I was spending time with my daughter while doing history homework covering the Middle Ages. What struck me the most was how the battles we face today are not new, how the structures of our land are still operating in essentially the same fashion as 800 years ago. Even with all of the agreements, laws, and systems put into place over the centuries to uphold and protect human rights. The people of the land today are still dealing with abuses of power, high taxation, and manipulation of the legal system to the benefit of those in power. We are still fighting to maintain basic human rights. So who and what are we really fighting? The power structures from days of old have shifted from kings, queens, and noblemen to organized governments, corporations, three-letter agencies, large central banks, institutions, and the list goes on. Governments, corporations, and institutions themselves are not living beings. They are legal fiction, or non-human entities. There's an old expression, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Wealth often leads to greater wealth. More opportunity and options become available when one has more resources. The inverse of that statement is also true. This is also true in regard to large corporations and institutions that have amassed great wealth. They have the ability to influence and manipulate entire market segments, like cryptocurrency. In a way, MetaOne Coin Trust can be seen as the rebels of today. It has been shown through history time and time again that playing a game that is rigged has never been a benefit to humanity. This is one of the main reasons why MetaOne Coin Trust excludes non-human entities from purchasing MetaOne Coin. It was designed to be a coin for humanity, not institutions, corporations, or legal fiction. MetaOne Coin goes to great lengths to ensure that only humans can buy coins. The aim is to drive stability in coin pricing and wealth accumulation for humans. It disallows the possibility of manipulation from large corporations or institutions. One way this intention is made possible is with MetaOne Coin smart contracts. They enforce biometric authentication, Know Your Client procedures, or KYC, and programmatic verification of user accounts. MetaOne Coin also offers something unique and groundbreaking to its coin holders: the opportunity to establish a private, irrevocable trust, which is one added layer to ensure validated contracts are set up with individuals and not corporations. Please do a search and find out why the name on your birth certificate is in all capital letters, and even go on to find out why you have a birth certificate, if you don't already know. We will be talking a lot about this subject in upcoming podcasts. MetaOne Coin Trust is seeking substantial, sustainable growth, abundance, and personal freedom for its coin holders. It is poised for increasing value over time, creating a new game within the old game where there is no legal opportunity for abuse of power, leveling the playing field and allowing individuals the right and the ability to accumulate wealth with a steady currency with built-in governance, building a new currency and changing the game for a better way of life for all of humanity. That's what it's all about. Please visit our MetaOneCoinReport.com articles website. New articles are posted daily. They are somewhat short, informative, and enjoyable to read. They're full of up-to-date information and unique perspective. You will find thought-provoking new articles like "The Fed seizes $1 billion worth of Bitcoin," which is a true story that talks about how difficult it was to hack the wallet where the coins were stored. Or find the article entitled "Perception Doesn't Always Equal Reality," which contains interesting perspective on the recent elections. Read about the behind-the-scenes happenings with MetaOne and cryptocurrency in general. Thank you very much for listening. We appreciate your support. We appreciate your comments and questions, and we also encourage you to share this podcast. Until next time, live free and live abundantly.